Coming up on Look Today, well, a meeting took place last night, Skidmore College in Saratoga, on the issue of immigration. We were there. I've got details. And Fresh Air Fund hosts kids from the inner city. More on that coming up. And the Saratoga County Fair kicked off today. Guess what? We were there. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Heather Varney. She's Foundation and Development Director for Saratoga Bridges. And we're joined by Amanda Bajeron. She's an artist. And they're here to talk about upcoming fundraiser, the White Party. I also sit down with Jennifer Frame. She's Director of Development for Special Olympics New York. And she's here to talk about the upcoming Silk and Satin 5K race that's happening this weekend. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, a panel was held last night at Skidmore College on the complex issue of immigration. Well, the talk featured Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga Springs, as well as professors, administrative workers from the Immigration Office, and naturalized citizens. Well, the panel delved into a lot of topics. Currently, there are 8 million undocumented immigrants in the United States. Now, 60% of those undocumented civilians have been in the country for more than 10 years. When we were at the meeting, we spoke to Mayor Joanne Yepsen about how immigration affects our very own area.
What we can do is what we're doing here tonight. As the mayor, I started this human rights task force because people ask for it. They want to talk about these issues. They want to talk about how they can support immigrants. They want to talk about how they can be a welcoming, inclusive community. They want to talk about how the diversity of a city only helps us socially, culturally, economically. And that's what's important here tonight. And we're going to be talking about that and trying to allow different sides of the story to be told.
Couldn't agree with her more. All right, in other news, well, the Fresh Air Fund of Saratoga welcomes 7 kids from New York City. Fresh Air Fund is an organization in our area that has hosted kids from the inner cities since 1877. Now, different families host the kids and give them the opportunity to experience the Adirondacks. Well, we spoke to Amia Shepard. She's from New York City.
Go in the water because the air is different and it's hot and it's nice.
Now, we also spoke to one of the co-chairs of the organization. Her name, Patty Leroy.
The kids have the freedom of running and racing and playing ball. And last time we did marshmallows out on the grill, the barbecue. Just the excitement of them getting out of a busy city into a nice country. And they can see the skies and they go to drive-in movies for the first time.
You know, the things we take for granted every day, these kids never get to see. Now, Patty's been a guest here on Look Today, and she's so dedicated to this organization. What a great organization. All right, switching from news to weather. After a night of heavy thunderstorms, heavy? I think that's an understatement. You know, many households were left without power. So let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Sponsor. Here's your first look weather forecast. We'll start at the national mass with high pressure control for much of the area. Here's one towards Detroit. Here's one over the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to bring relatively high humid weather, maybe a few pop-up storms along the periphery of the ridge. Cold front boundary making its way through parts of the Dakotas into parts of the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes. And then towards our viewing area, we'll see a few showers and storms, but nothing major. As we look at a closer look here, we'll see temperatures mainly in the 60s and 70s for overnight lows across the Capital District. We'll see mid-60s towards Clifton Park, Greenwich 64, Fort Edward 63, Glens Falls even. We'll see a low temperature for the overnight hours, about 63 degrees. Johnsburg 54 at elevation. We'll see some patchy fog as well, mostly clear skies, 63 as I mentioned for the day. On Wednesday, mostly sunny, upper 80s across the viewing area, maybe a little bit cooler higher elevations. A sunny start, lower 70s, so relatively mild with mostly sunny skies, and will remain mostly sunny throughout the rest of our Wednesday. Thursday, maybe a slight chance of storms, but we'll still see some sunshine here and there. High of 84, mostly sunny, 86 Friday before our next cold front passes by the weekend. We'll see temperatures dropping into the lower 80s on Saturday with a 40% chance of storms And then on Sunday, a 50% chance of storms, high of 78 degrees. Low temps, mid-60s throughout the forecast. That's a look at the first look weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Clarence. Man, did we get clobbered with those thunderstorms yesterday. All right, back to the news. Guess what? First day of the Saratoga County Fair kicked off today. This is the 176th year of the fair, and it takes place Fairgrounds in Ballston Spa. Now, the fair runs only until this Sunday, so you got to get there. Features livestock, carnival games, great food, and rides. Well, we were with Donna Frank on the grounds today for an update about the fair.
Hi, it's Donna Frank here for Look TV again this year at the beautiful Saratoga County Fair. It's a gorgeous day. It's going to be a gorgeous week. There are rides, there's vendors, there's beautiful fun shows every hour. You won't want to miss it. Good music. You've got Big Sky Country, Skeeter Creek all weekend long. Listen, this is the place to be. And if I don't see you here, you're in big trouble.
You don't want to let Donna down, I'm telling you right now. All right, up next, I sit down with Heather Varney. She's Foundation Development Director for Saratoga Bridges. What an organization. We're also joined by Amanda Bajaran. Now, she's an artist, and they're here to talk about the upcoming fundraiser, The White Party. Plus, I sit down with Jennifer Frame. She's Director of Development for Special Olympics New York. She's here to talk about the upcoming Silk and Satin 5K race that's happening this weekend. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Just a couple of things. If you catch an early broadcast, Rockman Record Club, Cafe Lena, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. These are fun events, and they're always packed, so get down there if you want to. Also, Saratoga tickets. We had such a huge demand on this. I'm really asking you, if you have set aside tickets here. If you're a winner, please pick those tickets up. We're running out of tickets, and you know human nature. People are going to storm in here on Friday, and we're not going to have enough tickets. So please. Now, by the way, 2 winners today: Ross Armour and Heather Thomas. So please pick up tickets here, Saratoga Studio, between 10 and 3 p.m. any weekday this week, and get over to the Saratoga Fair. And last but not least, a personal look out to a buddy of mine. I've been good friends with Jeff Townsend for better part of 40 years, and Jeff runs the Saratoga Fair. He was stricken with sepsis, which is a pretty severe blood infection, but typical Jeff, he's back on the job, and he was there today for the opening of the Saratoga Fair. He's looking pretty good, but Jeff, please take care of yourself. All right, that's it for tonight. Queensbury Town Board meeting, a new one. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.